Hey everyone, welcome back to Genai's Linux News. Let's kick things off with some exciting news from the LibreOffice camp. According to OMG, Ubuntu, the upcoming LibreOffice 26.8 release dropping in August is getting a major visual upgrade to its ribbon-style interface. Now, the tabbed UI, also called the notebook bar and modeled after Microsoft Office's ribbon, will support colorful custom backgrounds. When you enable application theming through Tools, Options, Appearance, you'll get vibrant background colors in your interface. It comes with a blue shade by default, but here's the cool part. You can customize it to any color you prefer. This is a small but meaningful step toward making LibreOffice feel more personalized and modern for everyday users. Next up, big news for version control enthusiasts. Khronos is reporting that Git 2.55 RC0 has just been released, and the most significant addition is that Rust support is now enabled by default. This represents a major shift in Git's development philosophy, bringing better performance and memory safety to the world's most popular distributed version control system. The release candidate is available for testing now, so if you want to try out the latest improvements before the stable release hits, this is your chance to give it a spin and provide feedback to the development team. Sticking with graphics news, Khronos is covering some exciting GPU driver development. Mesa 26.2 is getting ready for AMD's new GFX 1156 graphics IP block. That's the hardware code for their upcoming Poststrix Halo RDNA 3.5 GPUs. Behind the scenes, the Linux kernel 7.2 and user space Mesa drivers for both Radeon SI Gallium 3D and RADV Vulkan are being updated with support for this next-generation graphics architecture. This means when AMD's new GPUs launch, Linux users and developers will be ready to leverage that hardware with optimized driver support right out of the gate. That's some solid forward thinking from the open-source driver community. Now, if you're running Ubuntu and wondering whether those optimized AMD 64v3 package builds are worth it, Khronos has done the benchmarking work for you. They've been testing Ubuntu 26.10's special AMD 64v3 archive, which uses advanced x86-64 CPU instructions, and comparing it against the standard AMD 64 packages. The results show measurable performance improvements across various workloads, making this experimental archive worth keeping an eye on if you want to squeeze extra performance out of modern Intel and AMD processors. It's a practical look at how compiler optimizations and CPU instruction sets can translate to real-world speed improvements. Here's something truly innovative. According to Khronos, open-source developer Joss D. Hayes has been quietly working on YSERVER, an entirely new X11 server written from scratch in Rust, with development assistance from Claude Code. Now that it's ready for public announcement, YSERVER represents a fresh approach to one of Linux's core display technologies. Writing an X server in a memory-safe language like Rust addresses long-standing security and stability concerns that have plagued X11 implementations for decades. This is the kind of groundbreaking work that could reshape how we think about Linux graphics infrastructure moving forward. This next story is genuinely exciting. Khronos is reporting that ReactOS, the open-source operating system designed for binary compatibility with Windows programs and drivers, has just achieved the milestone of running the classic game Half-Life. For those unfamiliar, ReactOS is essentially an open-source re-implementation of Windows, and getting complex 3D games like Half-Life to run represents massive progress in their Windows compatibility layer. This demonstrates how far ReactOS has come in achieving real-world application compatibility, which is crucial for the project's long-term viability as a viable alternative operating system. Finally, something that needs your attention. Khronos is covering CV 2025-10263, a critical security vulnerability affecting many different ARM CPU cores. This is a serious issue where privilege escalation is possible due to a specific timing condition that occurs during memory permission changes. Essentially, the completion of certain memory accesses might not be guaranteed during TLBI operations. If you're running systems with vulnerable ARM processors, and that includes many mobile devices, embedded systems, and some data center hardware, make sure you stay on top of security patches from your vendors. This is exactly the kind of kernel-level vulnerability that requires immediate attention once patches become available. And just before we wrap up, Khronos is reporting on a significant update to the 3D graphics world. Khronos has just released glTF 2.1, a backward-compatible update to their 9-year-old glTF 2.0 standard. The new release focuses on making this API-neutral 3D format work better with large, complex scenes, which is increasingly important as game engines and VR applications push the boundaries of what's possible. Whether you're a game developer, 3D artist, or VR enthusiast, this standardization work ensures better compatibility and performance across different platforms and applications.